Hello and welcome to your pregame tea time. I'm Aaron Oatley. This is Leon Lang. We have a really exciting matchup for you. It's your Pullman Greyhound side versus the Rogers Pirates.
A little bit of history on these teams. Earlier this week, the Rogers Pirates beat number 1 seeded West Valley, knocking them down to second, with the Rogers Pirates closely behind in fourth. Our Greyhounds are in 15th, which is subject to change after this game.
It's subject to change due largely to Pullman's top scorer of last game, freshman Cade Rogers, who had a total of 18 points against the Clarkson Bantams. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that game.
This is down to Hunt. His number 2 to make a layup, and he does. Rogers takes the shot and bangs it.
Are you all right?
Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game and go Hounds.
Number 2, Brady Krebs.
And welcome to Pullman High School for this matchup between the Pullman Greyhounds and the visiting Rogers Pirates. Pullman Greyhounds are sitting at 9-4 currently with a 2-0 or 3-0 record in conference play as they beat Shadow Park, East Valley, and Clarkson.
Yeah, both of these teams coming in representing the last 2 teams into a GSL to be still undefeated. That'll be narrowed down to 1 tonight. However, all wins are not created equal, as Rogers in their last league game took down the then number 1 ranked in the RPI team, West Valley. They were ranked number 10 at that point, and they won 51-48, a close 3-point matchup. And so they're kind of riding the high off of that game. Played really well, really athletic game on both sides of this, both sides of the court. And that's one thing that really stands out for this Rogers team and this Pullman team is both these teams are really athletic and can both make those standout plays. But it's who can put together a more complete game as a team that's going to win this game tonight.
Yeah, in that game, Trayshawn Green was leading scorer with 14 points, followed by Aaron Kinsley, who had 11.
Yeah, both these teams have lost some games. None of these teams are unblemished. Pullman coming in 9-4, having some trouble after that undefeated regular season last year, but kind of starting to find their footing against some of these easier GSL 2A teams. And now they've got this tough 2-game stint that'll really test them against the number 4 RPI ranked Rogers, and then going next with the number 2 West Valley on the road. And here we go. Hounds win the tip. Champawaukee's starting with the ball up top here.
Milwaukee's been the Greyhounds' leading scorer, averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, both these teams really athletic. Going to be interesting to see how this battle shows up in the post with Hunt. Obviously, really big guy, not quite as fast as number 33 Green for Rogers. Could be possibly an issue if Green is able to get down the field on fast breaks. Pullman's going to need help covering him. So watch that matchup of the 33s down low.
Shot clock is at 1 second coming out of this rebound or this inbound.
I was saying this Rogers team has a lot of talent. Aaron Kinsey, that quarterback for Rogers, as Milwaukee starts this game off with a 3. A quarterback for that Rogers team that looked to be so good broke his hand, and that team kind of fell off the rails. Back now for basketball.
Kinsley was the one who rushed 200 yards against the Greyhounds.
Really deep 3 from Devin Holyfield doesn't go. This is going to be a very explosive game. Look to see some of the power performers. Chappewaukee, Cade Rogers, leading scorer from last game. He had 16 in that last game against Clarkson, kind of led the team as a freshman, got the starting nod, and did well with it.
3-1 go for Brady Curbs.
Already seeing a lot of deep shots from both of these teams. Rogers so far 0 for 2. Pullman holding that 3-point lead. Only point scored so far in this first minute and a half by Chappewaukee.
Timeout called by Rogers.
Yeah, timeout called right away. Coaching staff not quite happy with those looks that the Pirates were putting up. Hounds doing a good job of maintaining them. Pirates kind of desperate there in that first couple of possessions, just kind of going for those deep threes, low percentage shots, so early on in this game especially.
Yeah, this year Greyhounds have struggled at home as their record is 2-3, only averaging 51 points a game, which has been crucial.
Yeah,
because they average way more on the road.
Yeah, compared to that away record of 7-1, Hounds really struggle here. Have had a couple heartbreakers, a couple crazy games, but overall haven't done so great here at home, surprisingly, as 3 from Krebs is good. Pirates already in this game look to be relying on that 3 ball, as that's the 3rd shot they put up, and all 3 have been from beyond the arc. See if Pirates kind of avoid that post with Hunt and kind of shy away from that and stick to those deep balls. Milwaukee loses possession of the ball, eventually picked up by Holyfield, who kind of loses possession to himself, but eventually dumps it off to Warwick the 5th.
The Hounds need to avoid having turnovers that can sway the momentum of the game.
Warwick getting shot by a couple guys, eventually tries to drive and gets called with the foul.
That foul's on the freshman Cade Rogers.
Yeah, he'll pick up the first foul of the game for either team. That's going to be shooting. Warwick will come to the line. First one's no good. After that West Valley game, Aaron Kinsey was quoted saying that their goal coming into this season was to beat West Valley, Pullman, and Clarkson. They have all 3 of those in a row here. Second one tonight at Pullman High School. And the Hounds will do everything in their power to stop that, as neither of those shots fall for Warwick.
Foul called on them. Shot by Hunt. He hits the line.
Hunt always, after getting fouled, always looks angry because he knows he could have had that and one on that way in. But he'll shoot 2 shots here, try to put the Hounds back up early on in this game. See if the Pirates try to develop more of an offense. It seems like they've just been kind of relying on individual drives, haven't really had any advanced team plays so far early on in this game.
As Hunt drains both of his free throws.
Yeah, good job from Hunt there, securing those points for this team. Hunt not the best from the free throw line, but does a good job there getting both of them. Pirates, although they are such an athletic team, lack a certain amount of intelligence in their play, only having a couple plays to rely between 2, especially in that West Valley game, kind of taxed them after that first quarter. First quarter, they outscored West Valley 21-3, and then West Valley was slowly able to crawl their way back into that game, and they were able to pull it out in the end. But we'll see if the Hounds will be able to figure out this Pirates team later on in this game. Northcroft passes it off to Rogers, dumps it to Quan in the post, able to quickly turn around. Really good job having a sense of urgency there from Quan and getting to the basket really quick.
If Quan's my guy to get open and put up a shot.
Yeah, as you can see, Quan able to score that shot before Green's able to close out from the other side of the post. Good heads-up play from Quan there. Shot from Warwick, air ball's over. Kinsey able to rebound in the post, and he's able to finish. Good tough move against both Hunt and Rogers. And the Hounds and Pirates answer back and forth right there, each getting layups of their own. Pewaukee fakes a shot, instead dishes it to Rogers. He gets a shot. His shot is short. Rogers is going to be a crucial part of this game, see if he can play in this tough position.
A lot of ball movement so far from the Pirates, been able to try to find the open man.
Green calls for a screen, instead gets the ball, decides to turn and drive, but runs right into Hunt, and that will be the Hounds' possession. Quan looking to make a move, and a charge is called. Warwick able to take the charge on Quan, just able to get ahead of him and turn, and it's just enough to get the Pirates the ball. Quan knocked into the ground, and he's able to draw the foul. Good job by Warwick there to turn that fast break into another possession for the Pirates.
Foul call on Hunt on the attempt block shot.
Yeah, that'll be the
I'm
first.
sorry, that's not Hunt, never mind.
That'll be the third foul of the night for the Hounds. About halfway through this first quarter, already up to 3 fouls, could possibly put the Pirates in bonus here. Green, first shot no good. Hounds hold on to that 2-point lead for now. Bickelhop checks in after that one foul from Hunt. Common trend we've seen, as soon as Hunt draws a foul, Bickelhop is right there to replace him for a few minutes.
They have a pretty similar play style.
Yeah, Bickelhop really doing a good job on defense, as we've seen in the past. Having a little bit of offensive potential, but defense is really where he thrives in a lot of the games so far for the Hounds. Bickelhop goes to screen. Rogers tries to roll, doesn't get the feed. Ball swung around the perimeter. Shot clock ticking below 10 seconds. Pewaukee tries to drive to the baseline, instead swings it out. Rogers really not allowing any movement right now. Northcroft has to put up a desperate shot, but he's able to make a nice floater straight off the middle of the backboard and right in. Good bank shot there from Northcroft with low time on the shot clock.
Yeah, I've seen Pullman use the entire shot clock on multiple possessions, as that shot is good from Holyfield.
Yeah, Pirates definitely playing with a much quicker play style, as we see they answer back with a quick bucket there. Hounds not really slacking, just playing a very deliberate game right now, taking their time, looking for open shots. But this time it results in a steal and a foul. Looks like that foul's gonna be called on Bickelhop. Rogers will take it as Krebs, the man who started off that scoring for the Pirates, passes in. He ends up with the ball in his hands. Dumps it off to Warwick as Gavin Brown goes to check in. Holyfield drives, nice double clutch there, able to get a nice angle at the basket and put it off the glass, and that puts the Pirates up for the first time in this game. Hounds need to not slack behind and keep matching these points from the Pirates, as the Pirates are able to have extreme offensive efficiency. And the Hounds are going to need both their defense to match up and their offense to support the amount of scoring that the Pirates are inevitably going to do. Quan able to get his own rebound. Pickelhop tries to save it, but it eventually goes to the Pirates.
Quan put up a very contested shot there. 4 guys on him.
Yeah, had almost the entire team trying to get that rebound there. He's able to secure it, but eventually gets blocked away. Holyfield makes a couple moves, decides to end up shooting, and he hits it from 3 right in Quan's face. From a couple feet behind the arc. Really impressive shot there from Holyfield. His second attempt at a deep 3, and this time it works out for him. Pirates create a little bit of a gap in scoring. Hounds have to be careful here not to let that grow too much before the end of this first quarter. Pewaukee with a 3, and he banks it off. Looks like it wasn't exactly quite what he meant to do, but he gets the points anyway.
Yeah, Milwaukee has been a key contributor offensively for the Hounds this year. He's averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, he's the scoring leader for this team consistently. Done a really good job. A couple other guys have had outstanding performances, Rogers and Brown and Quan, to name a few. But he's been a consistent force for this team, and it's really matched his role as a leader on this team as one of the seniors that's taken charge of this program. For the Hounds, and he puts them right back within one here, and they have possession again after the Pirates squander their possession. Bickelhop trying to post up. Shot gets a little deflected, but Northcroft able to come up with the rebound, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. A couple shooting fouls for the Hounds, really helping them out and stay in this game right now for the time being.
And Northcroft looks to take back the lead for the Hounds as they're down by 1 right now.
That's just Rogers' second foul of the night.
First shot is just off.
Northcroft to tie. Doesn't go either. Bickelhop looks to have the rebound. Quan eventually strips it away from him to save it from the Pirates defenders. Ball's eventually popped out to Milwaukee. Brantner wants the ball in. Seems the Pirates understand that and kind of get at Bickelhop and eliminate that angle. Good job of Warwick sealing off that angle for Bickelhop and getting that steal. And the Pirates end up with it down on their own baseline.
13.9 seconds remain in this first quarter.
Yeah, see if Pirates are able to do anything with the limited time here. Green moving around, ends up settling for a mid-ranger, and it bounces around and goes in. Pirates now up by 3. Milwaukee possibly looking for a shot to tie, has 1 second, able to put up a clean shot, but is off to the left. And the Pirates are just able to pull away there, able to get up by 3 at the end of that first quarter. Looking to be a close game by the end, by the looks of it based off of that. Rogers able to get a quick few points, just able to constantly tack them on at the end of that first quarter, doing a really good job on offense. Hounds not quite able to keep up, gonna need to increase that offensive efficiency a little bit and limit some open shots from Rogers that they were able to take advantage of. Hounds statistically have only projected to get better. Definitely a third quarter team as they tend to outscore their opponents by 10 in that third quarter.
Yeah, the only negative quarter is the fourth quarter, surprisingly for the Hounds.
Yeah, had a couple comebacks against them in that fourth quarter that have been costly. Obviously, this Pirates team is going to be a much tougher team, but we'll see if that trend holds true. And if that is the case, Hounds are looking to have much more successful couple of quarters here. We'll see what they're able to do with it here as they have possession coming into the second quarter. Rogers will take it up the court for one of the first times in this game.
He recently scored against Clarkson.
Pass goes to Gavin Brown on the wing. Tries to pass it over Green's head to Hunt. Just a little off target. Warwick hands it off to Krebs. He takes it at the top. Doesn't take the screen from Holyfield. Looks like Caleb Northcroft's called on an off-ball foul there. Pirates will take it to the baseline. That's his first. He picks that up. First of the quarter. Krebs takes a 3, deep 3, and he splashes that. Really impressive shooting from the Pirates so far. Hounds are going to need to be able to keep up as the Pirates are showing no sign of showing down. Really nice shot there from Krebs.
He gives a 6-point lead to the Pirates.
One thing we haven't seen a ton of from this Hounds boys team is consistency. They tend to get on really hot streaks and kind of cool down for a little bit. They're going to need to put together a consistent game here if they're going to want to stay with this really tough Pirates team, ranked 4 in the RPI, after beating the number 1 at the time, West Valley.
Milwaukee picks up his first foul.
Yeah, 4 guys in right now, sitting at 1 foul. Nobody in foul trouble yet. Krebs goes the opposite direction of a screen, and it gets called for a travel, or out of bounds.
Yeah, he just stumbled on his own feet there.
Yeah, had an open lane on that right side, but fell over his own feet. Costed the Pirates most likely 2 points, as it didn't seem like Hunt would have been able to block that. Northcroft drops it into Rogers, pops it back out to Pewaukee. Goes into Hunt, who tries to make a move. Doesn't really have an opportunity. Makes the smart move and passes it out, although shot clock is coming down. Northcroft trying to put another low shot clock shot and does a really good job. Draws another foul, his second time drawing a foul. Doing a really good job right now. Had that jumper with a low shot clock again, goes up for it again and gets his second drawn foul. Doing a really good job of driving into a bunch of defenders and getting that foul called. Although, is only 1 for 3 on the night from the line. And is looking to try to get to 50% here. But she does.
Cuts the lead down to 5.
Holyfield looks for another shot, has a hand in his face and can't make it. Hunt does a really good job of getting that rebound. Sticks his hands up and times that jump perfectly just to outreach Warwick and Kinsey. Milwaukee's layup goes over. Seems like he was possibly deflected as it was a pretty off-target shot. Kinsey holding it at the top of the key. Eventually gives it off to Warwick. And a block is called. Block's called on Gavin Brown. Now all players in the game for the Hounds right now sitting at 1 foul. See Brown talking to the official, getting the clear up on that call.
Kinsley's first free throw is short.
Yeah, Pirates from the line haven't taken advantage. Neither team has taken full advantage from the line so far. But Kinsey is able to sink that one and put that lead back up to 6. Whistle blown from the official. And it looks
to be
like
an object fell on the floor.
Get that cleared up and right back into action here. Let Northcroft stay with the ball. Pirates playing that 2-3 zone right now, doing a really good job of handling space. Not really any opportunities here down low. Shot clock down low again. Brown has to take the shot in the corner, and he drains it. Really good job from the Hounds getting in those low shot clock situations, and all 3 times it's happened, it's all resulted in points. 6 points with 3 seconds or less on the shot clock is really impressive from the Hounds early on in this game. Krebs cannot answer with a 3, and Northcroft gets an over the back called on that rebound. Northcroft.
Yeah, being able to use the entire shot clock and still scoring points has been a huge reason why the Hounds are still in this game. Only down 3.
Yeah, Gavin Brown has really taken on kind of a performance of his own in this league play. He's really came into himself and scored a lot more points than he had in the non-league games.
He's averaging 11 points in league games. Milwaukee gets the easy layup. Kept the lead down to 1 point. Timeout called by the Pirates.
Yeah, Rogers' coach there pretty urgent to call that timeout right after that shot. That put Rogers right back up to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, this game is really interesting matchup. It's because both teams actually lost to Bonners Ferry, but Rogers lost by 13 when Pullman lost by 6 in overtime.
Yeah, interesting how matchups can do that where some teams can just have much better fares against that Bonners Ferry team, a really explosive team. Both teams getting scored 65 or more against each other, or against both of those teams. Hounds faring slightly better, but still allowing more points. Rogers only able to score 52. And the Hounds able to score 64 against them. Bonners Ferry, a really good comparison, as they're a really good team from a smaller division. But Hounds have done a good job cutting that deficit to just 3.
Clock goes under 4 minutes left in this half. Milwaukee drives in. Out to Northcroft.
Hunt's able to finish on that second effort there, able to get his own rebound, puts that shot up, and able to finish it and get the and one.
And Northcroft made an incredible pass to get the ball to Hunt, kind of threaded through the needle.
Yeah, really crucial. Pullman has out-fouled Rogers so far in this game, but the foul is really plaguing them. Case in point right here, Rogers gets the rebound off of Hunt's missed free throw, and Brown's shot for 3 can't go, but Hunt gets another rebound. Hounds staying with the ball again, have a fresh shot clock after already getting a bucket. Have a chance to get multiple points, and a jump ball is called. And so that will leave the Pirates with the ball up by 1 here.
The lead is back to 1.
Yeah, Hounds able to almost entirely cut that deficit that they had worked up throughout that first quarter. Really good job showing strong from the Hounds.
Milwaukee picks up an off-ball foul. That's his second foul of the game. And one more foul since Rogers in the bonus. Open 3, won't go. Rebound Kinsley.
Warwick trying to drive in off of that rebound. Kinsey able to do it himself after he gets that second effort. Kinsey's up to 5. Krebs and Holyfield adding 6 and 7 respectively. Hunt trying to post up. Milwaukee gets the rebound, is able to get that layup to go. Almost puts it right into the basket, rolls around the rim. As close as you can get to a dunk while still making it a layup. Kinsey's layup doesn't go. Bounces off the left side of the rim, and a jump ball is called. Hounds will have it.
Kind of a weird jump ball call. Looks like Hunt had full control over the ball, but jump ball was called.
Yeah, Hounds doing a really good job staying with this Rogers team, coming close to the half. Rogers definitely the favorite in this game by a little bit, but both these teams very capable of winning this game here. And the same can be said now. It's just a 1-point game. Hounds just down by 1.
Ball tipped out of bounds, stays with the Hounds.
Northcroft throws a deep lob to Milwaukee. Pewaukee threads the needle for Hunt, but the ball is tipped. And after a tough fight for the rebound, a lot of tough fights for the rebound, a lot of offensive rebounds for Pullman, but this time the defensive rebound leads to a quick, fast break, and now Pirates extend their lead right back up to 3, still holding on to that 3-point lead.
Yeah, with the clock going under a minute 30.
Hounds trying to get that back before halftime. Quan looking to pass it. Ends up getting an open look for Pewaukee on the perimeter, and he gets an open shot, and he's a dangerous man to leave open as he puts in a 3 right down the middle and ties this game up. Hounds back tied with this team for the first time in this second quarter.
Pewaukee has 13 points so far in this first half. That shot isn't good.
Holyfield knocks down Northcroft, no foul is called. And looks like foul is called on Hunt. So Holyfield will end up at the line. Hounds put Rogers into bonus for the second straight quarter. And Holyfield able to capitalize. Holyfield doing a really good job. He's got 8 so far this game, but his impact has been felt beyond those 8 points.
Cade Hill and Alex Bigelhoff both checking in the game for Austin Hunt and Champ Pewaukee.
Just under a minute left to play, and Holyfield able to cash in on both of those shots from the line, puts Rogers back onto that lead that they're clinging to right now. Up by 2, really back and forth game so far at the end of this half. Ball comes to Rogers, dribbles it towards the middle of the court. And Quan not able to finish from the corner there. Ball bounces off the rim twice and comes out.
Shot clock is off with 21 seconds left.
Yeah, Rogers most likely going to run this clock down to around 10 seconds here, not give Pullman a chance to take back that lead. Ball eventually comes to Kinsey. He has the ball with 2 seconds left, has to put up a shot. Shot's no good, and that will be the score we finish at as time expires in the first half. Rogers holding on to that 2-point lead above the Hounds, up 27-25, and that's the score we'll go into.
And we go into an interview with Isaiah.
I'm here with Coach Smith. Coach Smith, so Champ Pewaukee's been starting to get going on offense lately. Well, what do you need to do to continue his hot stretch going into the second half?
We just got to keep looking to get the ball to him, and we have to make sure we're setting screens. Once we get screens, good screen set, we'll get a lot of open shots.
The big men for the Pirates have been the main source of offense. What do you need to do in order to stop them and claw back into this game?
Well, the biggest thing for us is just communicating on defense. And as long as we defend, communicate, and box out and give only one shot, we'll be in good shape.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you.
This is Pullman High School presenting you with boys basketball, hosting the Rogers Pirates. My name is Leon Lang, and tonight we've had an interesting game. Tonight is the 4th game for Hounds League play, and it may be the toughest. In a short recap, the Pirates posed the greatest challenge to the Hounds next to the West Valley Eagles. Earlier this week, the Pirates proved they were better, so this game is a major test for the Hounds. Brandner in the pregame talk told the boys they'd never lost to this team, and tonight isn't going to be that night. A key player for the Hounds this season, and especially today, has been Champ Pewaukee, averaging 16 points per game and nearly 7 rebounds. Combined with center Austin Hunt, these two hope to dominate the paint. That is exactly what the Hounds need to prove on, though, in the second half, as they are extremely prevalent right under the hoop and are already doing a great job. For other sports at PHS, wrestling narrowly lost its recent meet against East Valley. Some winners from the Hounds were senior Iva Acosta, Evan McDougall, Aiden Pelletier, AJ Corrales, and junior Colin Billings and sophomore Max Mayer. Tomorrow, the 20th, the boys swim is going up to Cheney to participate in the district championship. Following that, in the first week of February, the district meets will take place here at home, where defending state champions Jake McCoy, who is committed to Tennessee, and William Miller, committed to USC, will definitely shine. Girls bowling is having its second inaugural season of league play. Their next meet is on the 22nd, and districts begin on the 26th. Here is a video made by Naomi Carter and Amelia Kobos dedicated to our Hounds and their lives as athletes.
For morning practice, we wake up at 4:45, eat breakfast, yada, 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 go to practice for 5:30 a.m. and we train until 7, and then I get to go home. That's the best part. Eat more breakfast number 2. We eat breakfast number 2. I go to class up at WSU until around noon, and then go to school at the high school for an hour, and then I go to practice at 3 p.m. until 5:30, and then I go home, do homework, all that festive stuff, and then we wake up and we do it all over again.
So I wake up, get ready, pack all my bags, pack a bag for school, pack a bag for dance, pack a bag for cheer. So I go to all my classes. Cheer starts at 3:15 and it goes to 5:15. And we warm up, we stretch. Depending on what Willie wants to do, we do stunting first, or we work on dancing first, but usually every day we work on stunting and dancing. If I have to leave early to go to dance, I just leave cheer a little early. And then when I get home, I do my homework, and then I go to sleep.
I get to the school at like 7:20-ish, and I do 0 period orchestra. And then since I have running start, I'll leave the school, I'll go to WSU, do my classes there, come back, do my classes here. Generally have practice from 3 to 5, and then games on Tuesday, Thursdays. And we get here at like 4:30-ish, and then we'll stay till like 8:30-ish.
I wake up, I don't wake up to my first alarm, I have to snooze it, and then I wake up. Then I go to work till like 11:30, it depends on the day. So I only have 5th and 6th period at the high school, and then I have a couple online classes that I take per quarter. So right now I'm taking botany and then English at the college, and then my other 2 classes here are career choices and calc. And then I just work on my online classes after school. Then I go to soccer, occasionally team dinner, and then I go home and do my homework.
So I wake up around 7:20, and then I make sure I have everything prepared for the classes ahead of me, and then I head to school around 8:05. I got practice for about 2 hours from 3:05 to 5:30. I watch film. We watch film for the first hour. We prepare, put our pads on, and prepare for the tune we have ahead. And then practice ends, I put my stuff in my locker, then I walk home, get some dinner, and then work on the schoolwork I need to work on for the day.
I wake up at 7 a.m., I go eat breakfast, and then I brush my teeth, do my normal stuff, then go to school. After school, I go to WSU to do some other classes, and then I go to cross country. During cross country practice, we start with a 10-minute warm-up, and then we do light stretches, and then we do our either long run or we do a hard run that day. We have dual meets on Wednesdays and then big meets, invites on Saturdays. After that, I do some soccer, and then I go home pretty tired, so I take a shower, eat. Oh, the best part about being a student athlete is eating, for sure.
I think student athletes really need to have like good time management skills.
Confidence.
Discipline.
Commitment.
Time management.
Grit.
Being committed to your sport, but also be committed to school.
To be able to juggle like things like homework and practice and games.
You gotta have a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity to make yourself get up in the morning, train and work hard to get outcomes that you want.
Balancing soccer and work, or whatever sport you do in work, is a really big portion of that.
During the week, I make sure that all of the buttons work, go to the correct camera angle or replay, or put the right graphic on, as well as making sure all the videos that we've made throughout the week are on the system that we use to live stream, and we can put them out and they don't like glitch or anything like that.
So I run the replay, so I'm in charge at looking at all of the different camera angles and picking the best one and sending it to the director so he can queue up a replay which will be showed on the live stream.
During the game, I make sure that the correct scoreboard is up at the correct time. So if there's a timeout, I put on the timeout scoreboard. And if it's just regular time, it's just a generical scoreboard.
During the live stream, I publish content from the games.
During the live streams, I usually am the director, where I call out shots, tell the cameras when they're live sometimes. I press the buttons to change the angle, so every time an angle changes, a different camera is on screen. That's usually because I'm pressing a button.
Thank you for watching our halftime report. My name is Leon Lang, and now back down to you, Blake and Matthew, for the game.
And welcome back to Pullman High School for the second half of this matchup between the Pullman Greyhounds and the Rogers Pirates. Pullman Greyhounds find themselves down 2 going in.
Yeah, Greyhounds able to stick around in this game. Pirates kind of putting on constant pressure throughout that first half, but Hounds able to recover, got down by as much as 6, but were able to fight back in throughout that second quarter and now find themselves in a very winnable game, just down 2. This one's definitely going to come down to the end of this game, where the Hounds have struggled before, but before that, we go in to what's historically been their best quarter of play, where they average more than 10 points more than their opponent.
Yeah, the Hounds looking for another strong third quarter. Grab this lead back and get back in the game. Rogers starts the half with the ball.
Rogers making very few substitutions throughout that entire first half. Now we see a couple new faces. Bedford checking into the game for the first time just in the beginning of this second half, seeming to be replacing Green for now. We'll see how long that lasts, as Green was a good combatant to Hunt in the post, who is obviously a clear threat as he ties up this game for the Hounds, puts them both knotted at 27. Holyfield trying to command the court here on the Pirate side of the ball. Ends up just taking a 3 for himself, can't get it.
Yeah, Holyfield was able to bang out 2 threes in the first half.
Rogers dumps it off to Quan, who goes down to the post, can't quite get a shot.
Rebound goes to Krebs.
Looks like newcomer Bedford gets fouled, kind of jumps over Hunt there to knock that ball back to Warwick. and he gets called with his first foul of the game. Hunt again in the post. He's able to finish again. If Hunt is able to consistently put up those points in the paint, it's gonna be really hard for this team to stop without Green. And as we see, Green is now checking in at the bench.
Yeah, this year Hunt has came in this year with a lot more confidence than last year, really showing who he is and being the biggest guy on the floor.
Yeah, Rogers' coaching staff definitely realizing that Hunt is a problem without Green on the court. And so Green will now sub in as Rogers is able to tie it back up at 29 after the Hounds took their first lead since the beginning of the game. And Hunt's there again. Green still absent in the game. And Hunt is able to get 6 points right off the bat in this first portion of the second half here.
That shot's short. Rebounded.
Ball goes out to the corner and Krebs takes a floater. Ends up hitting off the side of the backboard, not really anywhere near basket. Hunt did a good job of coming up and pressing him, giving him a bad angle to get around. Ball goes into Hunt again in the post. And the Hounds are going to get as much as they can out of this before Green is able to check back into this game. Now extending their lead to 4 points. Rogers' coaching staff probably kicking themselves not for starting Green in this game. Surprised they haven't called a timeout so they can get him in quicker. But now they will let him check in after that foul on Daniel Kwan. That'll be his second. He'll join Hunt and Pewaukee with 2 fouls. Green now back in the game. Gets blocked by Hunt.
Pewaukee can't secure the rebound or the steal.
Hunt playing on fire so far in the second half. Already has 8 points just in the second half alone, up to 12 on the game. Krebs gets around 2 defenders, but gets the pass intercepted from Gavin Brown, who dumps it off to Pewaukee. And great job there by Gavin Brown, keeping his head in the game and knowing that Pewaukee's slightly ahead and he has that couple-step advantage to get to that basket just a little bit faster and avoid that Pirate defense. Really heads up play from the two of them and allows them to get a 6-point lead coming from that 2-point deficit right now already within 4 minutes of this game. And this is exactly what we expected. Hounds are definitely a third quarter team, and it's definitely showing right now, having a really good ability to come out of that locker room just ready to play, and are definitely outpacing this Rogers team.
Yeah, for sure. The Hounds have really came out swinging in this second half. Really been able to get down, give the ball to Austin Hunt, and he's able to put it in.
Hounds have a tendency to start to slow down coming into the tail end of this third quarter, into the fourth quarter. That cannot be the case against this tough Rogers team. Need to stay stout and keep putting the pressure on, as shot from Green is not on the mark. Rebound eventually falls to Holyfield's second offensive rebound. Ball is tipped by Hunt, flies high into the air, but Holyfield's able to come down with it again. Warwick drives to his right. Ball's knocked away from Northcroft, but again ends up in the hands of the Holyfield for the third time. He's been able to scoop up so many shots, but none of them fall. Nobody knows. Hunt kind of sends the ball down. Brown has to jump and eventually ends up, or has to duck, and it ends up in the hands of Northcroft. Averted crisis there for the Hounds. See if they still try to rely on Hunt in the post. Looks like the pass goes that way. And ball eventually ends up in the hands of Hunt. Hunt had a little bit more trouble. Kind of needed a little bit of a tighter pass, as Green has a little bit of that extra height to add. Makes the passes have to be a little more precise. But it ended up working for the Hounds anyway, as Hunt gets to go to the line, of which the first He bricks and goes in.
Picklehop goes to the scores table. Wonder if he's gonna give Hunt a breather.
Hunt now representing 9 of 11 points for this team in the second half. And this is just about the best we've ever seen him play so far this season. Gets his own rebound. Little Shaquille O'Neal action. Ball ends up in the hands of Pewaukee, and he draws a foul, and he'll get 2 shots. And everything is just going the Hounds' way so far in this third quarter. And they've created a lead to where they can't have that false sense of security, but still need to apply that pressure, but definitely have a significant advantage that they've set up for themselves, as they have done.
Hunt gets a breather, goes back to the bench. He's had an impressive second half. Now Rogers has only scored 2 points coming into the second half compared to the 12.
Yeah, those points scored right in the beginning of that second half, having about a 4-minute drought for for Rogers, with Pullman going on a 9-point run here. Now a foul on the other side. Kinsey now to the line for Rogers after those 2 sets of free throws for the Hounds. And Kinsey will cash that one in. Cut that lead to just 8. Down 1 from the highest it's been at 9. That was the highest lead Pullman had all game. Now it's just down to 7. And Rogers will finally take a timeout after letting the team reel for quite a while. Interesting how long it took for them to take a timeout, but Rogers kind of went into panic mode there in that whole beginning of that third quarter and kind of fell apart after coming into this half with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the way the Hounds been able to score and be able to find the open man and get the ball to.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake there was not putting Green in the game to start. Really questionable decision, and he's not in the game again. Interesting what's going on, but it's allowing Hunt to be a dominant force. Hunt replaced by Picklehop. He needs a breather after being so beneficial to the team. And timeout from the Hounds directly after that Rogers timeout. Interesting, usually only see that in late game situations. But Coach Brandner must have something to tell his team, maybe based on the formation or something. But now both of these teams are back to discussing.
Cade Rogers has been kind of silent tonight, but overall he's averaging 11 points so far in league play. And he's shooting 50% from behind the arc.
Yeah, Cade Rogers along with Gavin Brown have both played a lot better in league play. Rogers having a little bit of a quiet night after that big performance against Clarkston. As a long lob pass goes intended for Pewaukee, but Kinsey knocks it away. Signals with the strap as if he's a defensive back.
You wonder if that was the play that was written up in the timeout.
Yeah, it didn't work out for the Hounds either way as the ball comes right back to the Pirates off of that inbounds. Warwick passes it in to Kinsey, who has a nice pass to Holyfield, but he can't finish with that layup on the right side. Not able to finish in the post. Ball bounces off the rim a couple times and not quite on the mark. Brown now passes it to Quan in the corner, who looks to post up, makes a move to the baseline, but gets the ball swatted away by Holyfield. Holyfield kind of has a little bit of a height advantage there, and that simple move wasn't enough to get Holyfield to come off of that ball. Ball rolls to Kinsey, eventually ends up back in the hands of Warwick at the top. stands near half court with just over 10 seconds left. And Holyfield's able to put in a nice mid-ranger, falls over afterwards, kind of took that leaning to his right, but able to put up a nice jumper, knock one down. Hounds haven't scored in a while, playing decent defense, but Pirates are eventually catching up, now cutting the lead within just 5. And this is what we've seen from this team after having a really hot streak, kind of cooling off and letting off the gas. And this is exactly what they cannot do against this team, especially when they've historically struggled in that fourth quarter.
And you wonder how much longer Brander will have Austin Hunt still on the bench.
Yeah, Hunt being such a crucial part of this third quarter. It seemed like he was able to kind of effortlessly get a lot of those post moves off, especially without Green in the game, as he is not now. But Bickelhop able to make a nice move, reverses under, goes eventually to the left side here, under the basket, has Holyfield pressuring him, but has a nice finish. And almost goes unanswered, but a couple bounces around, and Rogers able to come up with the ball, and foul's gonna be called on Bickelhop. No shot as it's on the ground. That'll be his second. Bickelhop putting in his own 2 cents about the matter and getting that nice reverse to break that drought for Pullman and get a little bit of that momentum back, really crucial for the Hounds. Race to the rebound. Bedford ends up trying to swat it back to his own teammate, but it's all Pullman. Northcroft's able to come up with it. He's able to take it past half court with Warwick pressuring him.
Northcroft's letting the clock tick down.
Yeah, really smart here, trying to preserve that lead. There's still a lot of time left, but getting rid of as much of that time and giving Rogers as few opportunities as possible is still a smart move here. They're going to give him at least time as possible. Looks like Milwaukee doesn't realize at the time's there, but he does get a foul called. Pretty hard swat, sends that ball off course, and a little bit of a lucky turn of events there, as that play really was going nowhere, and a little bit of a useless foul from Holyfield.
A really smart play by Milwaukee to be able to draw that foul and send himself to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, Milwaukee almost looked like he didn't realize the shot clock was so low, but ends up throwing up that shot, and it ends up working for him as he drains that first one and gets the Hounds back to that dominant 8-point lead. Looking really good from the Hounds throughout this third quarter as it comes nearly to a close here.
And Aaron Kinsley checks in for Holyfield.
Green still absent as of right now.
And all 3 fall. That puts Milwaukee's point total at 20 points.
Yeah, huge game from Milwaukee. 20 points is a really big game, even for him as a dominant performer.
As that shot is good.
Hounds still have that 8-point lead, and we will go to 4 here. 1 quarter left to play, and the Hounds put up a resounding 10-point advantage, just like the margins show. Put up that 10-point advantage as Hunt checks back into the game.
I'm here with Coach Willie, the head coach of the cheer. Coach Willie, what do you like most about being a cheer coach?
I love my team. I have such a wonderful group of humans I get to work with every day.
Being the cheer coach, how often do you guys practice?
So we practice every day. So cheer is a sport just like every other group. So we're practicing every day. We actually are at both basketball games and all the wrestling matches. So we are at everything.
Thank you very much, Coach. Yeah. Back to you, Matthew and Blake.
Thanks.
Hunt comes back in the game, looking to show his dominant force like he did in the beginning of the third quarter. He has 13 points.
Yeah, Hunt Milwaukee leading the way. Hunt specifically his impact has been definitely felt in this second half. Milwaukee kind of having a sneaky game here. Hasn't felt like he's had a super big impact as Brown has an open 3 and he drains it. breaks his defender. Defender goes for an aggressive steal, and he's able to take advantage. Really good job there.
And now he's hit 2 threes in this game.
As he stares down Jackson Abels. Abels knows he made a mistake there, and Gavin Brown took advantage. Ball getting passed around. Hounds doing a really good job using as much of that time as they can. Now having an 11-point lead. Playing really smart. One thing they definitely have with the Pirates is a lot of their gameplay and intelligence seems to be a lot higher. Pirates kind of just having a much simpler offense, which has kind of trickled out over the second half.
As Hunt picks up his 3rd foul of the game, puts the ball over, and Bickelhoff will check in.
Yeah, every time Hunt exclaims, outraged by him getting checked out. Hounds have a pretty comfortable lead, and Bickelhoff comes into the game. Hunt having 3 fouls now. Kinsey's shot doesn't go. He gets fouled from behind, it seems like, on Bickelhoff. And as soon as Bickelhoff comes in, he will draw his 3rd foul. So both big men sitting at 3 fouls here. See how Brantner balances the 2. It's been interesting. Every time Hunt has come out of the game, Bickelhoff has matched it with a foul pretty much instantly. And only 1 foul, so they've always been pretty much lined up in terms of fouls. Kinsey able to make that first free throw. Can't make that second one. Has been shooting pretty well from the line, but can't get that second one to go.
Lead stays at 10.
Yeah, Hounds will keep that double-digit lead for now. Quan looking to drive, and he gets a foul of his own. Really good job. Gets a clear grab that limits his shot. That foul falls on number 13, Deontay Bedford. Looked to be a combination of Bedford and Abels. Abels getting a chance to prove himself, but hasn't done much for the team so far. Having that aggressive hero play that he went for that backfired, and resulting in that Gavin Brown 3. As that second shot drops for Quan. Krebs for 3, yet again off. And Quan not able to pick up his man, and it results in a mid-ranger. And Brandner's not happy with that missed rebound from Quan. Just kind of left him behind on accident. And resulted in 2 points for Rogers, now cutting that lead to just 9. Krebs having a little bit of a quieter game since those initial threes, has had quite a few misses, and he's been pretty crucial for this team. Was the leading scorer in that win against West Valley, had 14. Points were pretty evenly distributed in that game. 4 guys scoring above 10, but not really the case right now, as nobody for Rogers has hit above the 10-point mark so far. Really is a testament to that Hounds defense and how well they're able to manage games. Looks like in the beginning of the game that the Pirates were kind of outpacing them, but they started to fall into their own rhythm, and that does not look true anymore. Pirates look kind of gassed, and the Hounds are definitely holding on and catching up to that pace that the Pirates presented at the beginning of the game, where they went really hard.
Pirates showed a full court trap here. Doesn't work too well. Hounds able to break it pretty easily.
Yeah, Rogers beginning to resort to desperate measures here. starting to run out of time with just over 6 minutes left, down by 9. Gonna need to put together a few more possessions, and you're gonna have to add one on there as Gavin Brown gets a layup. He goes up to 8. He's had a pretty big impact in this game so far. Shot from Kinsey for 3 right away off the bat, and he's able to answer and cut that lead down to just 8. Really good job of Kinsey to answer back really quickly. That's what the Pirates are going to need to do if they want to stay in this game. Have quick answers and score some points and get some stops pretty quickly here. That's one of them. Turnover. Pass intended for Pewaukee. And the fast break is blocked by Bickelhop, but he will pick up the foul, and that's going to be his 4th. Hunt giving Bickelhop a standing ovation for that block despite the foul, and he's going to check in now. Could possibly save the Hounds a couple points, but he does make the first. And now Bickelhop is a limited option here as Hunt will check in, being the safer option at this point with 3 fouls.
Lane violation is called. Takes one opportunity for Kinsley to put the lead down even shorter.
Yeah, Rogers now down to 7, slowly cutting away that lead. Hounds need to keep the pressure on.
Hounds need to find a way to get Austin Hunt the ball in the paint.
Yeah, it's going to be really key for them. Primarily just spending a lot of time on their side of the court, and secondarily finding open ways to get Austin Hunt to the ball. Kinsey giving a heck of an effort right now, but his layup is over after that fast break. And on the other side of the court, Quan draws a foul. Missed opportunity there for Kinsey as he kind of overshot that ball after being able to get a great grab using that high vertical to steal that ball from Hunt and taking it all the way down, but not getting a foul called and missing that opportunity to cut that lead to just 5.
Holyfield checks back in the game. He comes in for Bedford.
Quan misses his first and can't quite get the second, but Hunt gets the rebound, pops it out, a couple quick passes, ends up with Pewaukee in the corner, and now the Hounds have a fresh shot clock. And time is so important. Brown able to barely save, little miscommunication between Pewaukee and Brown, but Brown's barely able to save that pass, able to dive back. Hunt dishes it off to Quan, and Quan's able to finish. Tough finish, falls to the ground afterwards, but gets that shot to go. Nice move. Originally, looks like he's going to go with his right, ends up going to his left. Nobody's there to cut off that angle. And now the Hounds are back up to 9. And this is trouble for the Pirates as the shot from Krebs does not go.
Once again, need to slow down the game. Don't allow the Pirates to get any closer.
Yeah, Hounds doing a really good job of maintaining that lead. Not doing anything special right now, but definitely maintaining that lead. Quan for 3 doesn't go. Pewaukee looks to shoot, but Holyfield comes up on him very quickly. Not able to get the shot off, although does get a fresh shot clock. Offensive rebounds are super key for the Hounds right now. They've been getting a lot of them, able to burn a lot of time and keep that time of possession really high. Hunt sets a screen on Pewaukee, looking to drive with 5 seconds left on the clock, is cleanly blocked by Holyfield, and Rogers able to finally come out back with the ball. But with just over 3 minutes left, Rogers is going to have to find some really good shooting if they're going to want to get back in this game and do it quickly, as these long possessions taking 15 or more seconds are not going to do it, especially when they result in missed layups. Now ticking under 3 minutes. Brown open in the corner for three, just rims out.
Good look from Brown.
Krebs for three, he's able to cash in. So now
only up 6.
Now Rogers fights their way back. Warwick able to knock it away, gets it to Holyfield. He gets 3 and he bangs it. So right away, this has turned from a 9-point game to a 3-point game in less than 10 seconds. A 3 stolen right into another 3. And the Hounds are now scrambling. What seemed like a comfortable lead has now turned into a very close game. And the Hounds need to play this right.
They need to tighten up the perimeter defense. Don't let any shots be on the yard.
Yeah, that one poor pass. Rogers caught them sleeping for just about 5 seconds, and that was enough to cut this lead to a completely different game.
Hounds also need to find Austin Hunt open in the paint and let him do his thing.
Yeah, really smart play from the coaching staff, putting Kinsey on Hunt. He's been able to eliminate a lot of looks because of his high vertical, and the Hounds have to be aware of that. But what they also have to be aware of is the clock and how they can take time off the clock while still extending this lead. Now just down to 3 points, as this Rogers press has started to show some dividends at the best time. Hunt's ball is tipped away by Holyfield, almost stolen again, but instead it will go back to the Hounds. Holyfield guarding Cade Rogers. Ball did not make it to Rogers, but he will inbound the ball here. Finds a man in Pewaukee, taking his time, drives to the baseline, swings it cross court to Northcroft. Really good pass. And Hunt has an open lane as Green is knocked down. And Hunt does a really good job finishing, now extends that lead to 5. Holyfield doesn't get a foul called on him, but is able to make a mid-ranger and answer right back. Holyfield playing a very good game right now up to 16 points.
Right now, Holyfield can't miss. Rogers double teams.
Rogers double teamed in the corner, and a timeout's going to have to be called as he gets trapped, and would have been called with a 5-second violation. So the Hounds will regroup here. Rogers still staying in this game, sticking around. Holyfield carrying a lot of that weight right now. Had that mid-ranger, almost got grabbed a little bit to get to that shot, but was still able to make it and still sticking in this game. Hounds, we've seen a couple close games here at home so far in this season with that buzzer beater from Pewaukee against Lewiston, and then the very next game getting a buzzer beater shot on them to send them to overtime, kind of defeated them a little bit, came into overtime a little bit defeated, and ended up getting beat by Freeman.
Yeah, the Hounds need to get the ball to their best players. I mean, slow the game down.
Brown to inbound the ball for the Hounds. Every Pirates defender on this close side of the court here, playing very tight defense. Going to be hard to find an open man. Rogers is going to be able to secure it, and a little too tight a defense as Kinsey gets called with the foul. Now Rogers still 2 fouls away from getting in a bonus, to still have a couple of those get out of jail free cards in that foul, but every time the Hounds are able to successfully get the ball in is a little bit of time shaved off the clock.
Bullet pass from Brown to Pewaukee.
Yeah, really fast pass, able to get it all the way to the other side of the court, but eventually stripped away cleanly by Kinsey. Pewaukee able to fight back for the ball, and a foul is called on Krebs, who jumps and kind of grabs around Pewaukee.
Yeah, heck of a job Pewaukee to be able to stay alive there and be able to get the ball back.
Yeah, Pirates almost shooting themselves in the foot by being too aggressive here. They still have a couple chances to get the ball if they don't foul, and they're still within one possession. But fouling and getting them to bonus is only going to extend the Hounds' lead. It's not that desperate of a situation with a minute and a half left to where they need to be fouling so aggressively. It's kind of hurting them right now. As now, if they foul, they're going to put the Hounds straight into bonus. Offensive called on Rogers off ball. Really costly penalty there for the Hounds. And now Rogers will take it down by just 3. Over a minute to go. Probably will have one more opportunity after this, but want to get it done as soon as possible. Holyfield decides to do it himself, takes a deep 3, and ties it up. Holyfield is locked in this fourth quarter, and now the game is knotted at 53, and this is a completely different situation. Hounds need to keep themselves level-headed. Pass it down to Hunt. He's not able to finish, but he is able to get the foul call and still has the chance to put the Hounds back in the lead. Either way, they will have another chance as there's still 44 seconds left on the clock, and the Pirates can only run out 30. But Hunt wants to make both of these. Either way, a 3 will most likely put the Pirates ahead. He does get the first one. Crucial to have the lead here for the Hounds. And this game has turned into a heck of a game right at the end here. Holyfield really helping out Rogers, but Hunt also doing his part for the Hounds. Making both of those free throws, doing really well from the line so far in this game.
A really clutch performance.
Warwick pops it out to Holyfield, the man of the quarter, gets a 3 off, but his shot's low. No foul is called, although he falls to the ground. Krebs is able to secure the rebound. Shot clock aligns, and a foul is called. And that's going to be Rogers again. Rogers having 2 fouls late in this game. Kind of hurt the Hounds coming down the stretch here. And it's going to be crucial that Bedford, the 6th man, is able to make both of these free throws. See if he can do it. First one, no good. And that's a big moment for the Hounds. Pirates are going to have to find a way to recover this ball at this point now. Hounds up by 2.
This Pullman crowd is really finding their way into this game.
This free throw is still important, although not for the lead, and he doesn't make that one either. Hunt able to secure the rebound, and the Pirates have no choice but to foul.
Send Hunt back to the line, see if he can be clutch again.
Foul by Rogers ends up coming in clutch there as it prevents a shot. And Bedford is not able to capitalize, missing both of those free throws, and now will send Hunt to the line yet again. Now it's 17 points here, trying to make this a 2-possession game, which would essentially be the dagger, and he makes the first one.
And that gives the Greyhounds a 3-point lead, which prevents them from losing the lead on one possession.
Yeah, Pirates have essentially no way of winning this game at this point without going to overtime. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Hunt, almost able to be secured. Would have been essentially the dagger.
Timeout called by the Greyhounds.
So now we have ourselves a situation where Rogers has a chance to tie this game and send it to overtime, but they're going to need to do it quickly. Have just over 10 seconds. Hounds have a lot of momentum, did a really good job despite having that 6-point quick little back-to-back threes from Rogers, cutting that lead to 3. Now maintain that 3-point lead with just over 10 seconds. Had to fight for it and had a very good performance in the last minute of this game. And are now talking over how they're going to prevent the 3 ball which is essentially the only threat here.
Yeah, Pullman can't let Holyfield get any good look. They can't let him get the ball.
Lewiston and Freeman both able to make threes near the end of the game. In that Lewiston game, Milwaukee was able to get the last say.
Anderson checks in the game. His first time touching the floor this game. And we've seen Anderson come in moments like this in other games.
Both teams getting ready for what will most likely be the final possession of this game. Rogers looking to put up a three-point shot. Do you look to Holyfield? Do you look to someone else? Do you look to someone like Kinsey or Warwick, who have both had relatively quiet games? Kinsey having a decent game with 12. We'll see what happens here, and a foul is called.
Smart foul from Northcroft.
Yeah, limits all that momentum anyone had towards the basket.
Big men are looking to check in. Hunt and Bickelhoff both go to the scorer's table.
Actually, very smart, because now, very smart play from Northcroft and the coaching staff, as now Warwick has set up with 2 free throws and 6 seconds left. And there's essentially no way for them to get this back. This is really smart. And he airballs the first one. Pressure getting to Warwick, who has just 2 points this game, has been especially quiet. And the Hounds looking more and more likely to be able to limit a 3-point attempt from the Pirates. Pirates going to have to get a quick rebound or foul pretty instantly and hope for no... they go to foul him. Foul is called almost prematurely. And now Rogers will be stuck with just 3 seconds left and praying that Milwaukee is unable to make both these free throws. And if you are hoping for someone not to make free throws, Milwaukee is not the guy to foul. Milwaukee looking to exceed 20 points right now in this game.
Yeah, those missed free throws from Rogers have really been a crucial part of this game.
And the clock's adjusted to 5.1 seconds. It did seem like there was a little bit of runoff since the whistle was blown, although the whistle did seem a bit premature. So they will get an extra second, but it's not really going to matter if Milwaukee is able to sink either of these free throws, of which the first one he does. And now the Hounds take a 2-possession lead, and this game is all but over. For the Hounds, that 2-possession lead pretty much impossible to come back from, and the Greyhounds will take a timeout, feeling pretty good and doing a really good job of managing this game at the end after a little bit of stress, with Rogers able to at one point tie this game up.
Yeah, the Greyhounds are looking to put back in Cade Rogers and Evan Anderson because they are faster than Hunt and Bickelhoff, so they can get down the court faster to stop a play from happening.
Yeah, but either way, this 4-point lead is just going to be pretty hard to come back from for Rogers. The only way it's really going to happen is if a man gets fouled on a deep three. But if the Hounds are smart, they will stay away from any Rogers player and make sure that there is no chance of that happening here, with Milwaukee still having the opportunity to extend it to 5 and essentially lock this game in.
You'll expect the Greyhounds to foul, intentionally foul after this free throw.
Hounds trying to limit that by putting all the players down on the defensive side of the court. Don't want them to have any opportunity. Most likely Milwaukee's going to shoot the ball and run. And this game is going to be pretty much over if nobody is able to foul. And Milwaukee sinks it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Holyfield takes a lot of time out of the clock. Only 2 seconds, passes it off. And that is the game. Time expires, and the Hounds do a great job of shutting this comeback down. Rogers eventually gets back to a tie game, 53-53. but the Hounds are able to get it done despite a little bit of a lackluster fourth quarter. And now let's go to some highlights from the game. That's all from us. I'm Blake Dobbins.
And I'm Anthony Verdi, and go Hounds.
Down low again. Brown has to take the shot in the corner, and he drains it. And he gets an open shot, and he's a dangerous man to leave open. Cut in the post. He dumps it off to Milwaukee. Bickelhoff able to make a nice move.
Congratulations to Coach Brandner on his 500th career win.
Hello and welcome to your post-game tea time. I'm Aaron Oatley. This is Leon Lang. We just watched an extremely tight game with your Pullman Greyhound side beating number 4 in state, Rogers Pirates.
That second half, bro. My boy Austin Hunt locked in 18 points. I knew what I was saying. Earlier today in English, he was locked in, and I knew it. Milwaukee with 22. That second half, they both excelled in the paint. That is exactly what we needed from them.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night, and go Hounds.